everybody. Clearing. Okay, so today I'm going to try something a little bit different. I have been meditating going into this reading. I'm going to pull some energetic topics and try and do a conversation between the divine feminines and the divine masculines. So I'm going to get like a mediation space. I'm going to do it in a conversation style so that the cards that come out for each are going to be like they are communicating from first person, and then have a union space energy to sort of translate what the benefit of or the forward motion can be in each of those scenarios. So let's start with a topic. I'm going to pull some cards now and see what kind of a topic we can get for the twins to have a 5D conversation here. So thank you, Divine Creator. What can we see as a first subject to communicate about? Well, we have progress. So I did just say in the opening that the intention here is progress. Coming out of fear and preparing for the new beginning. That's kind of poignant. So let's see, what would the divine feminines like to start out with regarding stepping out of fear, going towards the new beginning, and the progress that allows for that. Seven of Swords. Okay, well, we're just getting one, so there are so many things I haven't told you. I'm aware of so many different factors in my life, and I'm always planning under the surface. I've learned not to tell people too much. Not that I'm keeping it a secret, it's just that I'm seeing my capacity and my mastery, and knowing my own heart's motivations is fueling everything I'm doing right now. I am becoming the person I've always dreamed I had the potential to become, and this journey is helping me with it. And so I know that the best thing I can do is keep going forward like that, keeping my business to myself and learning all these amazing things that are revealing to me on this journey. Let's see what the masculines would say in response to that regarding where they are at. Strength and 10 of Cups. I can feel the new beginning coming. I can feel this magnetic pull towards you. Whatever you're doing, keep going, babe, because it is the right thing. I can feel it. You're showing me what happiness means, what it means to actually put your happiness first. I've been trying to tell everybody that I'm happy, that everything's fine, that I like my life, that nobody can do it better than me. But honestly, when I'm completely humble and truthful, you're not in my life. I don't say what I mean all the time. I sometimes stay quiet. I smile, I grin and bear it. I act as though everything is okay. It's a bit much. It's because I'm afraid to change. I'm afraid to just jump out there and admit that there's more to life, and that I don't know what it is, or what to do next, or what progress should look like, or how it would all work out with us. I don't know how to step forward into that and leave the familiar things that I'm still trying to figure out if they're for me or not, really. Okay, what would the divine, actually, what do we want to do here? Okay, so that's where I'm going to stop it there for that one. Let's get a new subject. So take those how they resonate for your situation. What else would the divine like us to look at? What is the next level of this? Okay, so we get now self-love, walking away from things that no longer serve because the spiritual path is pulling the twins forward. And a similar energy of things in the energetic realms needing to be established before the physical can move forward. And that fell right on the Fool, which is the leap of faith going forward in the new beginning. So there's this sense of needing to find the self-love to go forward and leave that familiar stuff in the name of progress, growth, spiritual evolution, love, and coming to this in each twin's own right. So let's see, what can we see? What would the feminine say about that right now? Thank you, Divine Creator. What would the feminine say? Oh my gosh, is this too many? Let's go for it. Justice in the reverse, the Page of Swords, Two of Cups in the reverse, there's the Ten of Cups, Nine of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. So there are things that I need to clean up. You know what it is. For some, it's divorces, finances, all that. You know the things that I need to take care of that are legal, that I need to finalize. I'm still working on it. I'm still seeing the karma. Yeah, a lot of the details are sorted, but I'm still nose to the grindstone. It is still a work in progress. I'm constantly learning. I'm curious now. Instead of feeling like I can blame my karmic situation, that I am a victim of my circumstances, I'm actually really seeing the inner workings of why those things showed up in my life, and now what I can do to never have those same things repeat, and to hold my own, to focus on my own happiness. I know that love is eventually going to be my reward for actually becoming the kind of person that can be accountable and entrusted with love. I've been I've been through so many different expressions of self and so many experiences that caused me to think that I knew what was up, what was going on, and then I've been humbled so many times, and I keep sensing the direction to go. And this time I truly feel like I'm leveling up out of a lot of the things that I used to think were true. I'm seeing them in new ways that I've never seen before. I'm truly following my bliss now. I'm not desiring to go forward to things that are not 100% yes for me anymore. And that means with you, with everyone. I want to be in my full empowerment. And I know until I finalize all these things that are showing up, that this love isn't done justice. I'm not in my best until that happens, and that's my mission now, is to just come into my full expression of truly who I really am. There's so many unusual things that are going on in my life that are helping me get there. But I now see where I thought I was there before. I now see what the resistance was. I now see where I wasn't receptive. I now see where I was affected by the things that I thought I healed, but I had never had the real world experiences to prove it to myself. And I'm having that right now. I'm seeing my context. I'm seeing my own sense of belonging. I'm seeing who I really am at this new level. And I'm really loving myself. It's a deep, deep process, and I know that it's only a matter of time until I'm ready to move forward, but for now, I wouldn't trade it for the world. And what can we see for the Divine Masculines regarding self-love, progress, leaving certain things, moving forward? Seven of Cups fell right on the feminine. You are so much more of a light to me than you could ever imagine. Energetically, you show me that any freaking thing is possible. I used to look at you sometimes and think, yeah, right, that somebody would say that and then go and do it. And look at you, you do everything you say. I've had so many people say things to me and promise, empty promises, empty flattery, wearing the mask, playing the game. I dished it, I got it. That's the way I've lived. I've been around schmoozers and people that say whatever others want to hear, and there's so many options. I know I'm a catch, and there are a lot of people that want a piece of me. But you haven't asked anything from me. You've given me way too much at times as well. And I thought that love bombing was even more dangerous than all of the cliche things that other people say. Now I know it was your pure heart, and that your actions are the ones that speak louder than words, because at the end of the day, you've done every single thing that you've said you would do, and when you've said that you would do it and you couldn't, you were transparent about that. You don't pretend. You are creative. You are one of the most creative people I've ever met, but you don't pretend. And that is extraordinary. Everybody else in my life pretends, and I'm learning that's because they don't know any better, or they can't do any better. They don't have the capacity, and you have the capacity to actually move mountains. I want to keep being like that. I want to be more like you. Okay, let's do one more layer of this. 1111, how beautiful. So one more layer, Divine Creator. What conversation can we have? Oh, the twin flames taking on the world. So this is about camaraderie. This is about collaboration, teamwork, unity going forward. So Divine Feminines, what intentions, what knowing do you have about collaboration energy going forward with your Divine Masculine? What would you say to your Divine Masculine regarding this Two of Wands, stepping out of comfort zone, taking on the world together? Whoa! So the Five of Swords, and then a whole bunch more cards. Five of Swords. The first message here is, my dear Divine Masculine, it's all in how you look at it, and I'm waiting for the day that you see it in a way that gels with the way I see it, because that's when we can really get going. Where there's a will, there's a way, and all that's required of you is to use your own assessment of the situation for the highest and greatest good, and to desire to do this, to come together and see what can happen, with the idea that we are only limited by our assessment of our reality. I'm still coming into my own. I'm still dialing in my abundance. This has been such a deep work to reclaim my energy, my sovereignty as a Divine Feminine, truly stepping into this Empress energy, Queen of all queens in all regards, that I don't need to go through you. I know how hard it must have been for you not to come forward to me. With the magnetic pull that we share, it's insane. But this has been the most beautiful rite of passage for me to see, and I'm not through it yet. I'm still laying that foundation in my own right, and I know that I'm pulling up the ages, the ancestors, the other feminines that have not had the luxury of being able to step into this in their lifetime. I'm going to give it my best shot, and that is so important to me. It's a sacred thing. I'm also not beyond knowing that I've made mistakes. I'm still paying for it. I'm still looking at the things that I did that were not life affirming, that were not freeing, that heaped on unnecessary attachment in the world. I'm still offloading that stuff, but once I do, I'm never going back. I'm also still processing what comes up about the karma, about those cycles, about the way that energy works. I'm learning about our societies, our cultures, the inner workings of how this is a generational thing, and how it shifts and changes, and how we can have hope, and how the world can be a better place, and how every thought that we have does make a difference. Every choice that we make is based on those thoughts. This is what I'm learning more so than ever before, and what I wish you to know. And I'm transitioning from the 3D to the ascended consciousness. I am a worker bee contributing now. I'm a contributor to the whole. Our love has inspired me that way. And I want to keep doing that exponentially with you. I want to make a difference in the world. Once I come through this learning and this rite of passage and learn these things, I know we're going to be on our destined path together. And if we are not there together, it's only going to be for reasons of love. And it won't make a difference because I know you're going to be out there in the world doing you, and that I could have never become the person that I am today without you. And for that, I am forever grateful. And able to let go of the past now, because if this is the only reason that you were brought into my life, that is good enough, dear friend. Oh my goodness. It's a lot. There's, side note, this is me breaking channel now. The energies are really beautifully intense and clearing. The binding of sexual repression, ownership, trauma, of the imbalanced masculine and feminine is really coming up in the last couple of days. This is bringing, with regard to the twin flame relationships and dynamics, sexuality is a key aspect, and those energies are really clearing right now. And there's such a liberation happening in so many ways. So take that how it resonates. I'm just feeling that sexual binding or hierarchy is being brought into focus to really be looked at between the twins and let go of. Meaning, divine feminines, you do not owe anybody anything, not even your masculine within union. It is a complete freedom of choice. That is unconditional love. Okay, divine masculine message regarding this future potential to take on the world together. Here's the Fool in the upright with the Four of Pentacles, and we get the Sun and the Swan. So this is the safe space, the protection, the foundation going forward in the physical for the new beginning. So divine masculines, I am keeping you safe in my heart. I'm making a lot of changes based on this love that you're going to be so surprised, you inspired, because I know I haven't been telling you these things, not even close to the way that I could. I wasn't sure I was going to pull it off. It's sort of been in safekeeping just in case I failed. I've failed so many times. I have not been successful, but even though it looks like I've just been going through the motions and living this fake life, I have been deep within, focused on you, unified with you, planning for us, looking to the future, buying time, learning, growing, incubating all of this higher love, higher awareness. Don't doubt for a second how you've transformed my life and how I see that I could, in time, align with you in a way that we can just have fun in our lives. There are a lot of things that are going to make sense, but don't doubt for a second that I have not had you in my heart the whole way along. It hasn't been safe to communicate at times. It hasn't been appropriate. There has been that little bit of my fear that I wouldn't be successful, but I've also protected you. You know the situation. Think about it. Choose to see it in a loving way. What would it be like if you totally let go of me so that when we do come back together, God willing, that it's like we meet for the first time? But that we recognize the profound, pure love that we have also. And we don't screw it up this next time. That's what I want to do. But I need to finish clearing out all of the old things that remind both of us of where we were both at, where I was at when we met, and when I couldn't do this with you. I still need to get past all of that so that I can be there for you, with you. Okay, let's see what next. I'm actually feeling we're going to do a Divine Masculine check-in really quick. So thank you, Divine Creator, for using me as a channel of only the highest and most beneficial information coming through. What can we see for the Divine Masculine Collective today? What are the Divine Masculines thinking and feeling? Wishing, saw the Unfold Naturally card, wishing and doing towards these connections. What's the biggest challenge? What is the solution for that, and where are the energies going? Okay, oh, look at that. It's the exact same card on the conscious mind. This whole future envisioning that the masculines have had the divine feminines in the heart space the whole way along, and they're starting to open towards it. Temple of elevated senses, impeccability, advancement, and loftiness. So you've been tucked away in their heart space the whole way, whether you've known it or not, divine feminines. And it has created an impeccability in your divine masculine, the mastery templates, the perfection templates. Your divine masculine has not doubted the impact that you have had on their life, and you have been a muse, a light in the dark this whole way. But there is this knowing that they have had to come through it on their own, in their own right, fully, completely, in order to be qualified to meet you there in the full potential, divine feminines. What are the divine masculines feeling on the heart space? Well, we get inner child healing, ancestry, courage, wisdom, and empathy with this inner child healing, but this is also the reunion card, and also all of this ancestral wisdom to be gained, courage to be mustered, empathy to be seen, towards truly coming into communion in the physical, on the heart space, with no holds barred. I just heard purity, like a child. So divine masculines are feeling the shedding of all of the things that need to be put aside. They're feeling you shedding a lot of the energetic burden. They are shedding a lot of the pretense. Everybody is coming into the sweetness, the purity, the wholesome energy. What is the wish going forward? Enlightenment, joy, transparency, full recognition, revelation, celebration, openness, freedom, public random acts of kindness and love all over the place, on park benches, in the mall, in the water, everywhere love, love everywhere. That is the wish. Peace, healing, gentleness, and non-judgment. So there is this full freedom. Nothing else to purge, nothing else to harbor. Just open love, assurance. What can we see for the action? Self-love, intention, mental breakthroughs, and ideas. So divine masculines are intending consciously to actually love themselves and free themselves from whatever still binds them, from whatever still holds them back from going towards love, and having these ideas that love is all you need is all I heard there. What is the biggest challenge? Seeing through the confusion, reconfiguration, cycles, and gratitude. So there's still all of these energetic things pulling at the divine masculines to focus their time on a myriad of things I heard. But divine masculines, if you can be thankful for why each of those things are in your life, they will show you why they're still there. When you can see the gratitude in something, that is akin energy to forgiveness. Because when you can forgive, you can truly take the highest from something instead of being bound by the lower aspect of the thing. So thank every connection, every relationship, everything going on in your life, but just know you don't have to be the source of happiness for all of those things. In this depiction, there's only one option that would truly be a fit. And so you can simplify your life, Divine Masculine. This is the challenge. Have gratitude for everything. Don't feel it's your duty or responsibility to overcompensate for all of the demands on your time. And thank those things for showing you about your capacity, about your ability for success, about your capacity to take care of so many loose ends, I'm hearing, to have so many irons in the fire. But Divine Masculines, you don't have to prove yourself anymore, and that's the challenge. Be grateful for seeing that you're capable of that, but take a load off. What is the advice? The Emperor, come into this Emperor energy. Replenishment, renewal, and restoration. Restore your kingdom, I just heard. Take that how it resonates, but restore that energy of wholeness where you are allowed to be all of it and not bully yourself for only being one person. You have a sacred life path. Pull your energy in and sustain your energy, because then and only then can you be the love that you actually want to be in the world. You cannot be the love you want to be when you're spread too thin and giving to too many options in a mediocre way. Elevate to this level, Divine Masculines, and restore your vitality. So it does feel like the Divine Masculines have gone through a lower point where they've realized they've been burning the candle at both ends again, and that's got to stop. They want to come back in, and so there's this permission to restore your energy, Divine Masculines. Where is it all going? Page of Wands. We saw this card in the beginning of needing to walk away from certain things to continue the spiritual evolution. And this again, self-love, protection, elemental magic. And so there is sort of an incubation period, and we've seen it yesterday, and a lot of other readers are talking about this kind of a pause in the energy. It is geared towards this spiritual revelation and self-love and coming into that as the new normal. So everybody, you know, before a huge outpouring of effort and abundance and things taking off again, count your blessings that you get this period of rest. So if you feel bored, yay! If you feel like you've got no movement going on, take a breather, and one thing at a time, ask to be shown the next steps. Okay, many blessings. Bye for now, everybody.